right, guys, Shotty T here with another video. It is day 4, revisited. So day 4 is probably the easiest day of the week to comprehend. It's pretty straightforward stuff. And the cool thing about it is that everything that has to do with that day is all in one tab. So I'll go over all of that. And I'm just going to go into more detail of what these things do for your account, because this is truly the day that you improve your roster. And it's my favorite day of the week as well. So as you can see, I've barely done anything today because I was purposely saving stuff for this video, because really it doesn't matter when you do stuff. Of course, there's a period which you want to do stuff, which I'll talk about too. So the first thing, elite recruit. So for every ticket that you put out there, that's 4,500 points. So I will go ahead and open 10 right now, but I'm not going to open everything just yet because there is an arms race. And speaking of arms race, I'm doing stamina run right now this morning. But right after the stamina run, you have the hero advancement. And the hero advancement is all about using XP and using tickets. And because my XP is more and more limited of where I could use it, I have to be more disciplined with using my tickets during that time. But let me just go ahead and get these last two out the way before I forget, because once I go to work because I go to work in like 30 minutes, I'll forget to finish those last two stamina runs. All right, so let's go to the tickets. So just like the survivor tickets, and I am in the first lady line for these buffs too, by the way. You go here. Of course, you got the free one. And make sure you always collect the free one when it shows up. I'm pretty sure this free one showed up while I was asleep. And that goes for the survivors one too, because you get a free one every 2 days for me, but depending on how high your tavern is and what your survivor count looks like. And this is like a day and 7 hours for this. So first of all, you have the wish list. So if you have a champ that you prefer to have in your wish list, make sure you set that before you start recruiting, because once you click on them, it'll do that. Now you have the option to recruit 10 at a time, or you can just do the big thing and do 100. But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna do 10. And right now my wish list champ is Carly, because I'm trying to increase my Wall of Fame status for her for my entire aircraft team. So that's why I'm doing her there. So we're gonna recruit 10, and there you go. And then you'll get every 50, of course, you'll get like a guaranteed legendary champ. I'm at 26 right now. So a lot of this is elementary, basic, straightforward stuff. Just open ticket, get points, simple. All right, next scoring category. And that first lady may pop up at some point. Use at least 660 hero XP points at a time. Again, I don't have a lot of those to use, but I only got 2 champs that are not at max. And actually I got 1 champ that's not at max, and that's this guy. So this is all I got. So as you can see, like I said, I'm very sparingly, and I'm not close to 31, because if I get to level 31, then yeah, I got plenty of XP to use on champs once I get it. But I'm far from 31, so I have to be very methodical whenever I use my XP. And that's usually for arms race purposes. But in a pinch, I might do it for the day if it's close. But that's where you would use it, though. It's pretty simple there. You get points for that, and those points can really add up, really. And it will, like I said, when I wake up, a lot of stuff are undone. I have to make sure that it gets done. I don't want to have max capacity on oil. All right, next you have use 1 legendary shard. So there are different ways where these shards can be used. The obvious one is people that don't have 5 stars yet. And for me, those are pretty much my epic champs at this point. So you can use generic shards, so you can use character-based shards, but I'm not using generic shards on any of the ones. You'll know if someone is ready to be promoted if you see a green arrow in the bottom right hand corner of their avatar box, but you don't see that here. Now, after I opened up all those tickets, you might see that. The general rule of thumb for me is that you want to open all your tickets first and then do the shards. So that way you know exactly where you need to use generic shards at if you have to. But I will use some generic shards in here since I know there's nowhere for these to go. So for Carly, I'm using 10 of her character shards, which counts the same. And as you can see, that put some points up pretty good. Now I got a lot of generic shards, 1350. And again, I've been saving these for a long time. So in case some of you guys are wondering, like, well, where all that come from? I've been saving them for a very long time because once you get all your characters at max, where does it go? Now, of course, it can go here because you can increase people all the way up to 400. But I want to, at the same time, I care about versus. So whenever there's a versus, I have to make sure I save up in case of emergency type situation. So here, I think I'm focusing on Violet getting to 50. So that way all of my tank heroes get a 0.5% hero health boost. So we're going to use our generic shards for her. So she's getting closer and closer to that 50 mark. And so we're at 44 now. But as you can see, it is gaining some points. I started at 15,000 when this video started. Now I'm at 2 million. And I haven't even done the big stuff yet. So this is pretty straightforward. Now you can, after all these videos you've seen so far, you can see how easy it is to get at least 2 to 3 million barely doing anything. So that's why I said it's very hard to not have a day where you can at least open the box that's at 3.6 million, to be honest with you. 7.2 is a stretch some days, but today it's like a cakewalk. Everybody should get 7.2 million today. All right, so next, so all of those were shards. We talked about all of those. Actually, I don't think I have any. Well, I will have more blue shards to use once I open up all my tickets. So that's where some of my blue shards will go as well. Those are the rare hero shards. Skill medals. So skill medals, these are, let me go to the store, the inventory. So everything, as I mentioned, is in this tab. So you got your shards, you got your character shards, generic shards. Now the survivor tickets, people are here too, the survivor shards, but we're not talking about that today. We did that on Monday. You got your survivor tickets. Well, these are tickets that we open once the new season starts. These are the survivor tickets, and these are the recruit tickets. So the gorilla stuff that's not valid today, that's tomorrow. But these are your skill medals. So these are for hero skill upgrades. These increase damage output, health defense. So this makes your lineups stronger, literally. So usually what I do is I focus on my main squad to upgrade if possible. So with aircraft being my main squad, I try to use my skill medals to those champs first. And I try to just methodically increase some at a time. So I need to work on getting her up to 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and get her up to 20 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's see if we can max her level over here. It's 32, so let's max her up to 32 over here. Okay. And I think I can get her to 30 on this side. It's gonna be close, at least 29, I think. Because it scales each time you upgrade a level. And it gets pretty expensive when you get to the higher levels, as you can see. Got exactly the 30, so I got just enough in it. And skill medals, they can add up too. I'm almost at all boxes already. And then the next thing, of course, is, all right, let's open these boxes. And I don't know if my first lady thing popped up or not, but if it did, I'll take care of that real quick. All right, so buy packs, of course, that's every day. And the last thing is the exclusive weapon shard. Now, keep in mind, in order to unlock the exclusive weapon shards, your champs have to be at 5 stars. And I think there are a handful of champs that now have the exclusive weapon shard possibility. You have Kimberly, you have DVA, you have Carly. So those are the first 3 champs you see on the top row. Then on the second row, you got Murphy, which is the first champ there. The third row, you have Tesla and Swift, which are the second and third. I don't know who's the next champ they're going to implement on the game to have that exclusive weapon. But as you can see, the champions that they're doing it to first are the ones that are all in this this basic pool that everyone has access to. So so if I was a gambling man, once I get this opened up, if I was a gambling man, I would think that the next person to get exclusive weapons would be Marshall. And right now the video is glitching. There it is. Okay. That's where sometimes, and I did not click on that. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, there we go. All right. So if I was a gambling man, I would say Marshall would be next because as you can see, the champs that don't have the word new next to them, all the rest of those are already having the exclusive weapons. So Marshall, I believe, is going to be next. And I'm guessing Shiler, Den, Williams would be the next ones to go in that pool. So how do you use them? You go to the Heroes tab down here. Now, the cool thing about today, which is a kind of double thing, you also have the Ghost Ops. So if you join allies that have starred tasks or even regular tasks, and they give out exclusive weapon shard boxes, those are the ones that you want to use for certain champs that you need to promote star level wise. So that way you can get them to 5 stars or even to more stars. So make sure you use that Ghost Ops accordingly. So that kind of ties into your shard use, by the way. And there's my first lady. Good timing. Let's go ahead and shake that. There we go. All right. So the exclusive weapon shards, I think I'm focusing on DVA at the moment because I'm trying to get her to level 20. So, and we only got 1 upgrade to use there, but those points add up too. And just like that, just from this video alone, I'm already at 9.3 million, and those added up 25,000 per exclusive weapon shards. That was 100 that I just used, so that was 2.5 million. So guys, so now you see why this day is a big scoring day. We got people that's already at 73 million. That's the opponent. This guy's been scoring big for the opponent all week. He by far leads the. They got 2 people. As a matter of fact, they're dominating the leaderboard individually, but they're not winning where it matters the most, which is for the week. So we're looking to close them out today. As you can see, I got a lot of points to use myself, which I haven't even done yet. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward day today. Nothing hard to do. Also, slight reminder, make sure you are doing your campaigns. They refresh every reset on Saturday night, as well as Tuesday going into day 2, or actually no, Monday going into day 2 versus, and then also going into day 4 versus. So make sure that you're doing these regularly. We'll talk about that in another video. So all the little things that you got to do, make sure you're staying on top of that for your account purposes. But that'll do it, guys. We got 1 more day left. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this gorilla today because, and I'll probably talk about that later today. But recruit heroes, I did get that milestone. But in order for me to get all these other milestones in the next 13 hours, I'm going to have to upgrade this gorilla before day 5, even though it doesn't count towards day 5 total. It sucks. But that'll do it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.